Hello children, how are you? I hope you must be having a cheerful and sound and safe days. So at the same time you must be completing your copy work, because you know what ma'am has said. What ma'am has said, that if you don't complete your work on time on the submission date, you will not be allowed to sit for your half yearly exam. So please children, complete your work, or rather than going into troublesome days, right? Now this is my sixth part of revision of English language, children. Now today we will be doing lesson number 11, that is be, have and do. Here we will learn how to use be, have and do, and what does be, have and do tells us, indicates us, right? Be, have and do is also a part of verb, and as I told you, verb is a very important part of a sentence, right? Without a verb we cannot complete a sentence, right? So let's see be. What does be? There are various form of verbs for these be, do and have. There are various form of verbs for be, do and have. Let's see what be has. Be is generally used for is and are when we are talking, when the subject is singular. But was and were we use when the subject is plural. We all know that a sentence has two parts, that is subject and predicate. Now subject is generally noun or pronoun, you know that, and predicates are verb, adverb and or adjective, right? So when a sentence is used, we are making a sentence, we generally use use noun or pronoun, with that a helping verb that is as, am, was, were. So is, are, was, were, am, they depend upon the numbers, that is noun, that is singular and plural. So is and are used when the numbers are singular, and was and were when do we use when the numbers are plural, right? And am is generally used for I, which is considered as plural, right? Now over here do. Now do stands for do, does and did. We use according to the tenses. Do, does and did indicates tenses. Now have we use in the sentence to show the tenses. So for we use has, have and had to show the tenses, that is we'll be doing in the next class what is tenses. Now, and they also depends upon has, have and had also depends upon the numbers, that is singular and plural. Now be, do and have. Be, do and have are generally used as a main or auxiliary verbs. Like they are used as a main or auxiliary verbs. So what we see that be, do and have are generally like they indicate tenses. We know, we have a general idea what is a tense. It has a three form of verbs, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. It expresses about the action of time, and when they are used as main verb. With the tenses we use as a main verb. Like let's see some example. I am writing on the board. I am writing on the board. I am writing on the board. What I am doing? I am writing on the board. This indicates the time action, that is present tense. I was doing my homework. Again I tell you, I was doing. Was indicates, tells us about the past tense. Now was and were generally we use for past tense. For was we use for singular and were we use for plural. They both are used mostly for past tense, right? And is and are used for present tense. Let's see another example of past tense. I had breakfast. I had already had my breakfast. Now it is night. So I had, the action has already taken place in the morning. So it is past. So I will use had over here. Right? I had breakfast, which indicates it is a present tense. Now will and shall are generally used in the be, do and have to indicate future tense. Right? Will and shall are used when to indicate future tense. Like two examples over here. It is very small, I know, but try to understand. I will be busy next week. So I will be. Now in this sentence, the action has not taken place. It is not completed. The work is not completed. It is I am only telling you that I will be busy next week. So the action will take place but later on. So future tenses, the action will take place but later on. So I have used over here will. We shall have completed by evening. Now shall, when I have used when the subject is plural. I have used when the subject is singular. Right. So I shall have finished. I shall have completed by evening. I shall have completed my work. You can say my work by evening. So the work is not completed. The action has not been done up till yet. But I am generally telling you, informing you. So it is, I have used shall. Why? Because of the plural form. So we have completed the work by evening. It is telling that by evening the work will be completed. Now there are few sentences which I have, it is written on the whiteboard, and we will fill it with the be, have and do. We have to fill it with be, have and do. So first sentence, the weather is very bad today. Now why I have used is because it is talking about the present tense. So is very bad today. Now and it will be. It will be. We are not sure, but it will be. Here it is showing they are talking about the future tense. So I have used will be. So it will be verse tomorrow. Now over here, when we have to make a question form of statement, then the verb comes first. Now Rohan is a singular person. So is Rohan tall? Question mark. Right. Sometimes when we use not in a sentence to make a negative sentence, so then Sumit verb, that is not tall. Now these are what they are showing about. They are talking about the present tense. So Sumit is not tall. Why I have used is because Sumit is singular person. I have seen a shooting star. Now I is generally singular, but we use the verb like be, have and do in the plural form. So I have seen a shooting star. This is a positive sentence. Now have you seen my purse? Have you seen my purse? You is what? Is a plural form. So have will for the question generally the verb comes before the subject. Right. So have you seen my purse? Question mark. Next is Usha does her homework every day. Now Usha is the singular, and it is telling about the action that every day she does her homework. So does is for the singular, we use the does and does her homework every day. So in this way, like we use be, have and do. Now generally children, when we are talking about these three forms of the same verb, the questions generally we speak or use are three forms. That is, number one, I'll tell you just now. Now whenever we construct a sentence, we use be, have and do, then we have to follow three things in our sentence. Three things in our sentence. That is, number one, what kind of a sentence we are writing or talking about. Now children, we know this thing, there are positive sentence, negative sentence and question sentence. Now be, have and do generally is based on these three things: positive, negative and question sentence. Positive is generally a simple sentence or a declarative sentence which has a fact in it. Negative sentence which has not in it and in a sentence. And question sentence is what? Your statement, you can say. Question statement is when we are asking question. You can say interrogative sentence also. Then next, we have to keep in mind your focus. What is the subject, right? Now we know, first we look over here, we know that in a sentence there are two parts we have studied, that is subject and predicate. Now in a subject, it can be either noun or pronoun. We know what is noun. Noun is a naming word, right? It is generally the name of a person, place, animal or thing, right? But if we don't want to use noun, right, so we use pronoun. So pronoun is generally to avoid the repetition, which we are using the name again and again and again, right? If in all the sentence I use one person's name or two persons' name, won't you get bored or get irritated of hearing? So that is why pronoun, we use pronoun like he, she, it, they, it, we, us, etc. So when the subject is noun or pronoun. Next is predicate. We know in the predicate we have verb, adjective and or adverb, right? Then only a sentence is formed. So subject is either, I'm rubbing this part. So subject is either noun or pronoun. And then the third thing that we focus is that numbers. Now numbers means the one and many. Like it is in the, you must have studied in the noun. So numbers are singular and plural. Singular noun is when we are talking about one person, right? Like I am talking about Sunita. So Sunita is a girl, so I will use she. She is a one person. So we will be focusing about singular or it is plural. Then plural if we are talking about Sunita and Rita, right? There are two persons. For two persons, I will use which type of pronoun? They. So three things we have to focus: the kinds of sentence, that is positive, negative, and question. Then the subject and number. Subject and then the number. According to these three things, we construct a sentence by using be, have and do. As we studied just now, that some of the sentence we have used is in before. So when we are using is the number form, is, are used for singular and plural, and that is for past tense. For was and were we use for when when it is a singular is and am, sorry, is and are used for present tense, and that is for singular and plural. Was and were, that is we talk about when we are talking about, then we use singular this thing present past tense, and so on. In the same way, has, does, we will be studying more in detail furthermore. Right. Now I hope you must have understood. Go through it and study very hard. Right. That's it. Have a good day.